I will not lie, these shirts did not turn out to my expectations. This is definitely by no means a how-to. I would say there's a lot of things that I could have done differently that maybe could have made this turn out a lot better. It's kind of reminded me about how much effort you can put into anything that you care about doing and then come up with a different result in the very end than you ever foreseen ever taking place or happening. You can have your head down, buried in the sand, just grinding away, and you look up and next thing you know, you're nowhere near where you thought you would have been. I think everybody has regrets that they have to face at some point that affect their life in a different way. But at the same time, self-reflection doesn't just involve like, oh, I wish I didn't do this. It's what could I have done differently in life or in this obstacle or project that I'm working on. It doesn't always have to mean failure, but it can definitely mean pivoting or changing or just in general a change of course compared to where you thought you were going to end up. Time, energy, money, resources, relationships, all these different things can be affected and wasted or just changed over the course of the project or lifespan. If you go to, like, any choice that you make affects the path that you're on and the way things will end up resulting in so many ways too, and it just surprises you out of nowhere. You can live your life and wholeheartedly never feel a minute of regret, but there's definitely a outcome variant that always exists no matter what you do. It always usually correlates to how much energy, time, resources, and effort is put into something. But what about the times where you put everything you can into the thing that you care about most or the project that you are doing, and it still somehow skews and changes course of action and just completely takes you off guard by the result? I mean, we've always heard the saying, life isn't always fair. Growing up, if you don't share, if you don't get your way, if you didn't get what you want, your mom would say, life ain't fair. Okay, I get that now, I really do, because when you give what you can and don't get back what you expect, it's not fair, and it hurts, and sometimes it's just like, well, what the heck, I just wasted all this time. And there was a variation of things that I did that could have been changed and did better, and starting with the type of dye used. So in this sense, your starting point can affect your end point. One thing that I remember the most about like growing up playing games is when you're not following the rules, things aren't going as planned in the game, like that you don't get to actually enjoy playing the game how it's supposed to be played, and you can't really win if things aren't being played by the rules. So you're just kind of doing your own thing, right? You're just like floating around. In a video game, if you go the wrong direction, you end up getting buzzed and your controller beeps all red and you have to get turned around and go the right direction in the race or the track, wherever you're supposed to be on course. And I guess that's where I would just say give it to God, because he's the only person that can determine where you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to end up, and it's all in his hands regardless. So if you do things starting with God, ending with God, and trust in God with whole faith that he'll guide and lead you to where you're supposed to be, I think the end result eventually stops being askewed, and then you can just find happiness in the place that you're at. Thank you guys for watching and listening to me ramble. Until the next time, stay blessed.